This week's video is a little different than what I've done in the past. If you're like me, you probably have your social media pages full of cute dog or even cat videos. However, I am starting to see some dog videos that are not really good for the dogs that are in it. And the people, they think it's cute and it's fun. But when you start to look at it at a little bit of a deeper kind of view and you start to see the dog side of things, you'll begin to notice that a lot of these videos are really unhealthy for the dog. So I picked a few clips. This is not very long. I picked a few clips that I wanted to show you and then I wanted to talk about it. So let's get started.
Okay.
Now, I know for the majority of you watching this, I don't really have to say it, but we should not be hitting our dogs. And the girl thinking it's funny, it just goes to show you that when we look at using aversive techniques and tools, a lot of people just don't flinch at it. They don't think anything about hitting or causing pain or fear to a dog. This dog was giving a natural kind of response to something that he's uncomfortable about. Maybe it's the other dog. Maybe they've had some altercations in the past. Who knows? But that dog making that sound is trying to communicate something to its owners. And instead of them understanding it, they punish the dog by smacking the dog. And it's not appropriate. And it's certainly not funny. Now, I know a lot of people dress up their dogs. And there are some dogs that just they don't care. They enjoy it. They might enjoy the way it feels, but many and most dogs are not comfortable with things on them. There can be some tactile issues. They may have some pain and discomfort somewhere, and especially if it's some type of clothing or even a harness that causes the body to not move naturally, that can create some anxiety in a lot of these dogs. So seeing this dog kind of flopping around, unable to move, again, not funny for the dog. I think, people think it's cute, but in reality, this dog is in a little bit of a panic mode, not understanding what's happening.
I want my rib. It's my rib. It's my rib.
So just today, I recorded a podcast episode on resource guarding and how many times resource guarding occurs because of some learned behavior in the past. And this is a perfect example of this. This person sees their dog sitting there near the food, and the dog is doing really well at not trying to grab the food or anything, but yet this human is trying to cause their dog to be protective over the food. And it may be cute in this moment in their mind, but I guarantee they're going to have a problem at some point where the dog is going to protect something and may even bite. And then the dog is going to be in trouble. When in reality, this owner is sitting here trying to turn resource guarding into a game or trying to elicit some type of response. And just because it's a small dog doesn't change how it's making the dog feel. So again, I do not recommend that we play these games. If you're gonna play a game like a keep away, you need to make sure that you have different body language, that you have maybe some cue words. So like if I'm gonna play with one of my dogs of a kind of a naughty game, I'll be like, oh, you better give me that. Mama's gonna get it. You better give me that. And that is kind of letting them know, it's letting them know that we are in play mode versus I need to protect something, guard something, take something, whatever that may look like. But please stop creating moments with your dog in order to elicit a response that you may find cute, but that the dog is actually going to be responding to it because of the stress that they are feeling. So in closing, I told you it's going to be a short video today. In closing, one, we have to make sure that when we are interacting with our dogs, that we have a clear understanding of what our dog is comfortable with, what our dog's not comfortable with. We need to not be treating our dogs like they're small children or little people to where we're startling them, scaring them, wearing a mask and coming in the house and trying to scare them, or pretending to break in and to attack the owner to see what they're going to, respond to. I see this a lot with children where people will startle a child or hide from the child just to see the reactions. And what you don't understand is in these moments of development, it could be a moment in time that creates a very negative neural pathway to where that dog may feel, abandoned or feels like it needs to stay on its toes, being ready for fight or flight, which increases all the activity in the brain. And this is going to create stress for the dog, especially around like Halloween time, that we want to scare them with masks and scare them with, little decorations throughout the house. And, you may have a dog that's okay with that. But I do not recommend that we just do it out of the blue, that we don't do it with new puppies or young dogs. Like Willow's very resilient, but I am not going to purposely startle her just for laughs. It's inappropriate. And we've got to do a better job at protecting our dogs, being their safety net, being predictable for them so that they know what they can expect from us at all times. The last thing they need to guess about is how you are going to act towards them. So having consistency there is super important. This world is already crazy enough that the one thing they do not need to worry about is their supposedly secure attachment, which should be you and the other humans in the house. And if you have little humans in the house, if you have little children in the house, please control the way that they're interacting with your dog, because they are often going to do things that is very startling and scary to your dog, and they may think it's cute and funny, but it's, again, not appropriate. And we don't want your dog creating a negative association with little people, especially the little people in the home. Because one of the scariest things about little people, little children growing up, is that they are unpredictable. And that can be very frightening and very anxiety inducing for dogs. So the biggest lesson out of this is, please protect your dogs. Respect who they are and what they are, and understanding that the way they communicate and the way they see this world is different than the way that you see it. And let's create a little bit more empathy and understanding around that. So if you'd like this video and you like what you see, be sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on our weekly videos, where we often look at other people's videos and comment on them.